Checking connection. Stop recording. Six and 8 is 14. We're going to take a look at 14 different stocks. Nobody here, nobody there, and nobody down here. Here we go. That all being said, good evening, everyone. Hold on a second. Hey, Matthew, let's get it. Way to go. Let's get started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Doc, how's it going there today? Now, that being said, we're going to do a little bit different tonight only because we're having an issue with some of our live presenters or live platforms. Apparently, there's a few miscommunications with what can be said and what cannot be said. Now, didn't they say something about this? What was that called? Let me think. Something about freedom of speech. Something about freedom of speech. You should be able to speak and say whatever you want to say without it being monitored and deleted. Or anyway, yeah, I'm a big free speech fan. I'm going to be trying to move on to the other platforms where there is free speech, such as X, Rumble, and Truth Social. However, getting footing there is going to be a little bit challenging because I'm starting from ground zero in all three of those. Not really, because I have posted before in all three, but getting an audience there is a little bit more challenging than it is here in TikTok and YouTube. TikTok and YouTube, it's easier to find people. Okay? Don't know anything about Twitter, don't know anything about Rumble, and Truth Social is going to be a challenge also. So, how do we do live streaming on those to share information with everyone else? That being said, we got about enough people in the morning trading group. It's not that big a deal. So, in the new year, we're going to be cutting back on the evening live presentations, only because I've been doing it for a whole year. Every night, 9 p.m. Now, I've only missed 5 nights so far. Okay, 1, I was sick as a dog. 2, I had to take someone to the emergency room. And the last 3, hurricane. There was a hurricane that came through here. The eye of the storm went right over the house. I was in the middle of it. For 3 days, there was no electric, no power, no internet, no telephone, nothing. So, couldn't do it for 3 nights. So I've only missed 5 nights out of from January 1st until current moment where we are today. I was even on last night, even though I couldn't do live on TikTok. I did other videos on TikTok. That being said, I got to keep it under 3 minutes. And this account, now the account over there, I can go longer. So I'm going to make longer videos over there and shorter videos right here. That being said, we got a little bit of a different curriculum because there's less interaction. It means I don't have anyone to talk to. Okay, we got people over here on YouTube, not that talkative. People over here on Instagram, even less talkative. The people over here on Facebook, hardly ever hear people on them, and people over here on X, what is that, Twitter, yeah, not very talkative either. So my huge crowd on TikTok, they seem to have dwindled away because I can't do lives for a couple of days. Is that going to work? All right, so it did work. All right, save that to the draft.
Hey, baby.
So we'll be able to do another one in a second. Well, let's stop that one. Save that one. And that one there. And that one saved also. All right, so let's go and take a look at the first stock of the evening. We already have it pulled up, so let's take a look at Dollar General. So here we go. Start. Whoops. Get back. There we go. All right, start and start. That didn't work out right. Start. All right, what we're going to be looking at right at this moment in time is Dollar General, DG. What are we looking for? Well, first thing I'm looking for is where's the high of the year? Where is the low of the year? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And which direction is it going? Went up, it went down, big drop, sideways. We're currently at 75.88. What does that mean? Well, don't really know. But here, all I like to do is called a covered call. Buy the stock, sell it to someone else through a stock option. That will give me a premium. And you doing, Doc? Yeah, Doc, if you could figure out a way to do a live chat while you're here, that would be great. Let's finish up with Dollar General. So I'm going to buy it first thing Monday morning. I'm going to sell it to someone else for the exact same price I paid for it. I'm going to be collecting a premium. That is called a covered call. How do I make $100 in a year? John, that's easy. Got to come up with a stronger question. So that being said, let's check out the numbers and see what it looks like. First of all, what is the stock price? Currently, at this moment in time, it's $76.15. The 76 is going for $159. That is over 2% return. Let's take a look at it exactly. So, a year ago, $120. The high of the year, $168. That was back in the middle of March. We are currently at $75.65. The bottom was $72. What's the last 30 days? And the reason why I won't look at the last 30 days is it gives me a good idea of where the stock is going next. Because I want to get in on a Monday and I want to be out by Friday. You can call it weekly trading if you like. But here's 30 days ago. 82, she drops down, shoots up to 84.5, drops down. Our 30-day bottom was on Tuesday. Wednesday was higher. Thursday was higher, and Friday was still higher than the 30-day bottom. That being said, let's try and do a covered call. To do a covered call, I am going to buy it at the current price, $76.15. So I'm going to change this to a covered stock. The nice thing I like about Thinkorswim, it preloads everything for me. So I like the 76s. Click on that right there. We're going to do just one contract so you understand what it costs. Now, basically what I'm doing is I'm buying it at the market as soon as the market opens. So as soon as the market opens tomorrow morning, I'm buying it. Great. One contract. Here we go. Here's what it sounds like. Here we go. Buy one covered call Dollar General. 22 November 24. That means I'm buying it tomorrow morning. I'm selling it to someone else at the price of 76. I'm buying it at 76.15. And I'm collecting $173 per contract. That being said, let's see what that rate of return is going to be. So if it's costing, if the profit is $173 per contract, and to do 100 shares, which is one contract, it's going to be $7,427. That comes to a grand total of 2.3% for the week. Well, here's the thing. Number one is, does it make sense? Okay. Do I like Dollar General? Is it a company that I could buy and be okay with holding for a long period of time? If you like it, fine, great. I like Dollar General. This one right here, all the stock has to do is stay where it is or go higher. How do we figure that out? Well, we've seen where the 30-day high is. We've seen where the 30-day bottom is. What happens next? Usually, at a 30-day high, you get profit taking. Profit taking brings the stock down. It gets to a certain level, and you got guys like me saying, wait a minute, that's cheap, let me buy it. What happens then? The stock goes up. 2.3% on Dollar General for this week. Looks cool to me. Is that going to save? 4 minutes? Is it? Damn it, it ain't going to save. I got to do it less than 3 minutes. But it did save over on this one over here. All right, so apparently, when you're in timeout with TikTok, well, that's not right. Oh, that's not right. There it is, right there. All right. So apparently when you're in timeout with TikTok, you cannot post videos more than 3 minutes. So that one was more than 3 minutes. So let's try that one more time and see if we can do it. All right. So we're going to try it one more time with Dollar General. And are we ready to go? Here we go. Afternoon, right at the moment, we're going to take a look at Dollar General. First thing I want to see is where's the high of the year? Where's the low of the year? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? What direction has it gone? Up, down, big drop, sideways. Now we're at 75.88. All right. What's the last 30 days? Last 30 days, for the reason I want to look at the last 30 days is because buyers and sellers like me, we want to see if it's at a high, we want to take our profits. If it's at a low, we want to start buying. So 30-day bottom, 30-day top was last week. 30-day bottom was on Tuesday. Currently at 78 or 74. I can buy it right here at 76.15, and if I do, I can collect $159 per share. Now, if I'm buying it at 76.15, let's do a quick covered call, because a covered call is the simplest, easiest, and safest trading strategy there is. First thing I want to do on Thinkorswim, change it to the covered call, find the 76 strike price right here, buy that, go to just one contract so that you guys get an idea of what the rate of return is going to be. So if I buy it at 76.15, sell it at 76, I'm going to collect $173 per contract. One contract, 173, 10 contracts, 1,700. You know how the math goes. All right, so let's get my calculator out. $173. What is the cost of the trade? The cost of the trade plus commissions is $7,427. That gives me a grand total return on my investment for the week, 2.3%. 2.3%. Okay? If I get 2.3% every single week for a year, that's over 100% for the year. Are you going to be able to do that? Don't know. All depends on how you want to do it. Okay, first of all, you got to find a good company that you like. Then you have to find out, is it in an uptrend or a downtrend? Then you got to check the numbers. Then you got to check the charts. Is everything going your way? Okay, well, number one, I want to make sure it's a good company. Are they consistently profitable? That being said, if everything works out and I can get 2.3% for this coming week, I want to be in on Monday, out by Friday. Walk away with all my money back and a nice 2.3% return on my money for the week. Catch you guys on the next video. And it worked. Cool beans. So I got to keep it under 3 minutes.
I was calling to chat with you a little bit while you're on your break, but
And here we go with the next one. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to here. And let's go back to here. Lovely. So that's Dollar General. Oh boy. Yeah, don't be doing that kind of crap. ELF Beauty. What the heck is ELF? Hold on. ELF. ELF Beauty. Interesting. Unfortunately, ELF Beauty, the 30-day high was Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, down, 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 down. So this thing most likely is going to come down all the way down to here. See, channeling to the side 30 days ago, moving sideways. Yep, she jumped up last week. Well, now she's pulling back. Once she gets back down here, it might be a better choice. But at the 30-day high, you're usually going to have profit taken from guys like me. We see a profit, we grab it. I'm looking for 1% every week. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I'm 60 years old. I do not want to have to go back to work if I don't have to. So if I can find a way in order to be able to trade my current account, okay, whatever I have in there, and I get 1% every single week, well, that takes care of all my bills. So I don't need to go back to work. Is what it is. So I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I find that in a stock that has consistently increased its dividends, and the reason why I look at dividends is because when a company pays its dividends, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. When it goes up in value, well, we can get in, get out within 5 days, because of Monday to Friday, trading a weekly option because they expire every Friday. So if I can get in on a Monday, get out on a Friday and grab that 1%, that's over 50% per year, and that works very nicely for me. All right, I'm just sharing what I do. All right, so ELF's going to be a no. Sorry about that, kiddo. If you have something else to take a look at, let's go. Other than that, we're going to be looking at Estee Lauder, and we're going to do that video again in less than 3 minutes. So let's see if we can get this done. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to take a look at Applied Materials in a minute, but right now we're looking at Estee Lauder, EL. Estee Lauder hasn't been this low in a very, very long time. But anyway, here's the high of the year, 160. That was back in January. The low was actually in the month of November, which was a couple of weeks ago. A year ago, we're at 125. Now we're at 63.75. What happened here? I really don't know what happened here, but this is Estee Lauder we're talking about. I want to zoom into the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days right here. 30 days ago, we were at 91. She drops all the way down, and here's our bottom right here. Tuesday. Wednesday was higher. Thursday was higher. Friday was higher. I love 3 days to the upside after a 30-day bottom. So if I like it as we are at the moment, 64.85. See the bid and the ask? 64.85. Most likely I'm going to buy it at 65. Okay, at 65. Currently, we're going to bring in 85-cent premium. Okay, so if I buy it at 64.85 and I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 65, right here, I can collect 85 cents a share. That's well over 1%. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the covered call, because when you do using Thinkorswim, it automatically goes right to it, right to the trade. Here we go, 65. I'm going to buy that. Just do one contract, tell you what that sounds like at the market. So this order will fill first thing tomorrow morning. Okay? First thing tomorrow morning, Monday morning. I'm going to buy one covered call, Estee Lauder, November 22, 24. That's this coming Friday. The $65 call strike against Estee Lauder. Now, if I'm buying it at $64.85, and I'm selling it at 65, and I'm collecting 85 cents a share, that's a nice little profit. Well, the profit here is going to be $170 per contract. Well, the contract is going to cost me $6,300. So what kind of rate of return is that? Okay, $170 divided by the purchase price, which is the cost of the trade plus the commissions, $63.30, and that will give me a grand total of 2.2. Fucking thing didn't save. I ran out of space in my phone. 2.68% if you like Estee Lauder. Well, we're going to take a look at some of these questions in a minute. Milton, how are you doing today? Hold on a second there, Milton, while I get rid of all this stuff, because this is being saved to YouTube. It is live on YouTube, so you guys on YouTube can see everything, where you guys on TikTok cannot. Anyway, that being said, all good. Okay, so let's take a look at what Mr. Milton had to say. We had a couple of questions here I missed anyway. Hi, I am from your TikTok audience and want to join morning trade group starting January. Just bought desktop, laptop, and a phone. Did not work well with Thinkorswim. Ooh, gotcha. Sounds new. Estee Lauder has earnings that caused the drop. Okay. ELF. Okay, got that. It's always best to use a PC. The trading industry uses mostly PCs. Yep, you're right on that. All good. Okay, next question. Laurie, hi. Is Dollar General on one of the dividends list? I can't find it in the aristocrats list. Yes, Dollar General is on the list, and you just missed it. We just did Dollar General about 15 minutes ago. Okay, Dollar General looked pretty good for this coming up week. I'm going to stop this video over here. Alrighty, I'm going to hit save, draft. Let's do another one. Cool beans. There we go. Yeah, so Dollar General is on the list. The numbers all worked out great. What I'm basically looking for, where's the high of the year? Where's the low of the year? Where is the stock currently moving at this moment in time for the year? Once we figure out where it's moving for the year, then we zoom into the 30-day. The 30-day chart gives us an idea of where it should go next based on how it's moved throughout the year. Because we investors, we're all the same. Okay, we buy, we sell, we buy, we sell. All that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. All right, that being said, let's look at another one. So that was Estee Lauder. I like Estee Lauder. I actually own some Estee Lauder. Funny thing is, I haven't even looked at what my rate of return was for last week. I know I'm slipping. All right, that was Estee Lauder. Ooh, Marathon. M-A-R-A. All right, Marathon is going to be a no. The only reason why Marathon is going to be a no, look at where we are. Remember, our 30-day high was, actually the high of the year was Wednesday. Thursday pulled back. Friday pulled back. Okay, coming to the downside. So we're going to wait a little bit on Marathon. I'm actually going to put Marathon on the list for 2 weeks from today. We'll probably end up looking at it the next day. Now, funny thing is, now the reason why I'm not doing it live on TikTok at the moment, apparently I said something that made someone, but right, Mara is a crypto tech company. Yes, Matthew, I'm aware of that. But here's the thing. Once in a while, I will bend the rules for a stock or two. How do I contact you, the Morning Trading Group, via YouTube? In the bio on YouTube, should way you can send it to me, or you can go right to the 10-minute trader, okay, which looks something like this. Hold that thought. Not that. That's part of the 10-minute trader. All right, looks something like this. The 10-minute trader, live trading online, and if you click on the live trading online, that will take you to Dividend Stock Talk on YouTube. Okay? Or Patreon. Sorry, Patreon. Hey, Dividend Stock Talk. Hey, look, it's in the dark mode. Make it easier to read. Huh. Interesting. All right, anyway. Blurry. Sorry, Ruben. All right, let's go back to where we were. Yeah, so the 10-minute trader. Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week, live, nightly training, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit about us. You ready for this? You're going to like this part. If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. My main focus is simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. You got a little video here, gives you a little bit of brief explanation of what I do. Down here, it says, investing your own money shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. And then you can hit our live trading right there. Underneath that, this is all my live trades for the year. Here's, click on that to view all my live trades. And here's Johnny. Here they are. This is all my social media. Underneath that, these are all the trades I made this year. Okay, I share 3 accounts. Okay, at the beginning of the year, it was only 2. Okay, 2 accounts. Beginning of the year, in July, we bumped it up to 3 accounts. So now you'll be seeing 3 live accounts being traded consistently. Look at the numbers. 2.26%, account number 1. Account number 2, 2.01. Account number 3, 2.12. And that's just for 1 week. If I can consistently get 2% every single week, that's 100% per year. How much time is it taking me? Well, it's taking me about 15 to 20 minutes a day. Because what I'm looking for are stocks that have a dividend. More specifically, a company that has consistently increased their dividends to their share. Oh, hold on a second. Basically, what I'm looking for on the calendar here behind me, see the little green dots? They all represent companies that consistently increase their dividends for more than 2 decades. That means 20 years of higher and higher and higher dividends to the shareholders. That's me and you. When we buy and sell the stocks, we become shareholders, we become traders. Now, in order to qualify for one of these dividends, you got to buy it before the date, the little green dot. Okay, ADM right here, Archer Daniel Midland. If I want to collect a dividend, well, the dividend's on the 21st. It means I got to buy it on the 20th, the 19th, the 6th, the 29th, the 1st, blah, 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 as long as it's before that date. But why do I use dividend stocks? Because I found over my 20 years of trading that a stock goes up in price, up in value, a week or two just before the dividend is paid out. So that being said, I want to buy it just before the dividend. I like to buy it 2 weeks in advance on a Monday, and I like to do a covered call because the covered call is usually collecting more money than the dividend, because the dividend here on ADM is 50 cents. But if I go and put ADM here, the premium for the 54 is 30 cents. Not quite there, but the 53 is 75 cents. That's not quite going to make it. That's going to be a no just because the numbers don't work. Now, I got 5 rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Rule number 4, make sure it has weekly options because I want a weekly cash flow. Rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. In this case with ADM, Archer Daniel Midland, the current price $53.73. The 54 is going for 30 cents. That's a no. Reason why it's a no, the numbers just don't work for Archer Daniel Midland, ADM. Don't work this week, but we're going to check another one in a second. Now, why didn't that one? Fucking thing. Why is that doing that? 3, 2, 1. Huh. Well, now that's weird. They're allowing me to do live on YouTube, on TikTok. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that over there. You need to hire a tech guy. Laurie, you're absolutely 100% correct. I need to hire a tech guy. Oh, look at this. They're allowing me to go live on TikTok. Cool beans. So let's get this thing started. All right, so we're going to save that one to draft, and we're going to do another one, and we're going to go right there. Okay, Boston Dragons here. Cool beans. All right. Good evening, everyone on TikTok land. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, I got to be leery of what I say because apparently I pissed someone off. I got booted twice, because apparently I said something, or someone said something, or someone misinterpreted what I said. Now, I try to be very leery of what I say so that I don't offend anyone and I don't mislead anyone. Okay? I always tell people, okay, and I'm always truthful. I always tell people, be sure this is what you want to do. Don't do anything you do not understand. As a matter of fact, I will tell people, do not buy anything from me. Do your own research. Look at what does it mean to you. Does it make sense? Okay, apparently your sentence has been commuted to the governor. I have no idea what that means. Sweetie Swag, TikTok bots pick up certain words. It's most likely not a real person reporting you. What do I think of liquidity? Well, liquidity is very important. That's one of the reasons why I like the stock market as opposed to real estate. Real estate's not liquid at all. Okay, in the stock market, you can go and you can sell anything at almost any price. Stock liquidity, yeah, I get the gist of what you're saying. I get that. It's in his cup. I have no idea what that means. Just buy PLTR and everyone will be set. Yeah, sorry, Freezing Iowa. I don't like PLTR. No dividends. No thank you. No, there's a stock called Liquidity. What's the ticker symbol? Jacob wants to take a look at Boeing. BA. Boeing. Boeing's going to be a no for me for this week until it turns around. Because at this moment in time, it is at a 30-day bottom. Or the bottom of the year. Okay, a steamroller. That's funny. Okay, Fergdon 69. You actually got to give me the ticker symbol for liquidity. I've never heard of it. Usually, if I've never heard of it, it's going to be a no. Reason why I say no is because apparently it doesn't have enough dividends. It doesn't have enough LQTY. All right, let's check it out. LQTY. Okay. LQTY. Can't find that symbol. That's going to be a no. Andy Panda, Walmart, WMT. That's going to be a no only because it is at the high of the year. Why would I want to buy something at the high of the year? Okay. Johnny, how are you doing today? Devo, Christine, good evening. Spirit Fox, Tesla is a no. No dividends, no thank you. No weekly options, no thank you. No history of increased profits, no thank you. Beginner here, what steps do I need to take to get started? Fam40, good evening and pleased to meet you. Well, Fam40, here's the thing. Number one, I would suggest you hang around, ask questions, and see if you comprehend it, see if you understand it. That's number one. Does it make sense? Amazon's going to be a no. No dividends, no thank you. Okay, if the company's not willing to share its profits, I use dividends specifically to tell me when a stock goes up in value. Most stocks, most good stocks, increase just before the dividend is paid. So by knowing that, I can jump in and make the trades that I'm looking for. Christine, Devo, D-I-V-O. Sorry, Christine, that's going to be a no. Reason why it's a no, Miss Christine, monthly options. Like I say, weekly options, monthly options, no. The reason why no monthly options, you can only do it once a month. Once a month means you're getting less money per year. If I can do an option trade once a week and get 1 or 2% every single week, well, I'm getting a higher and higher return rate. Monthlies, 1 or 2% per month only comes to 12 to 24% per year. If you're okay with that. Andrew, Bitto. Yeah, I did Bitto at the beginning of the year. It just dropped. Yeah, no, I don't like Bitto. And doesn't have consistent increases on dividends. SLGN. David, how are you doing today? Saffron, how are you? SLGN. That's a no, dude. Apparently you weren't listening. When I say a weekly optionable stock, means I want to get paid every single week, not every single month. A monthly optionable stock means I can only do it once a month. Okay? Once a month means 12 to 24% return per year. That doesn't work for me. I want 1% per week. That comes to over 52% per year for me. Okay, I always tell people, make sure you do your own due diligence. Make sure. I got 5 simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss because it defeats the purpose of the whole game. And it is a game. Kind of like Monopoly, but we're using the stock market, we're using something different. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. I personally like 2 decades, 20 years of consistent profits. We checked early last week, 9,753 companies you can choose from any day of the week. Why would you put your money into a company that's not consistently profitable? It just doesn't make sense. Not to me, anyway. Now, you guys can do whatever you want. I always tell people, don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a banker. I'm not a broker. I'm basically a nobody. The guy who lives down the street in the White House with the blue shutters, drives the old beat-up pickup truck, that's me. Okay? I have no accolades to my knowledge whatsoever, other than the school of hard knocks. I do something stupid, I lose a lot of money. I learn from it, and I learn not to do that again. Well, I've been doing that for 20 years. Now I'm at a point where I personally average over 50% every single year, and I'm just sharing with you what I do. I don't make any recommendations whatsoever. I don't tell people what to do. I actually encourage people to do their own research. You give me a stock, I'll take a look at it, and I'll give you my opinion. I'll read the numbers, I'll read the chart, and I'll give you an idea of a trading strategy and an approach that I would use. BITO, let's take a quick look at that, and I'll give you my opinion. BITO. BITO. Now, I bought BITO at the beginning of the year at 32. The interesting thing about BITO at 32, well, now it's at 24. It doesn't really make any sense to me at this moment in time. But here's the thing. The high of the year was 33.95. That was back in March. The bottom of the year, 16.11, hits it in August and again in September. Look at the last 90 days. The last 90 days. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, where do you think it's going to go next? Stocks only go up and then they go down. Then they go up and then they go down. They do not come to your house. They do not make you breakfast in bed. They do not mow the lawn. They don't take the dog out for a walk. They don't even dump the trash. They go up, they go down. That's all stocks do. If you're expecting a stock to do something other than go up or down, you're in the wrong business. Okay? BITO pays $1 per share return. Well, currently it's at $24.65. The $24.50 is going for 94 cents. But if I buy it at $24.65 and I sell it at $24.50, I'm losing 15 cents right off the top. Okay, so what am I walking away with? Well, you take 15 cents off of this, now I'm walking away with 79 cents. Now, 79 cents a share on BITO, that's a 3% return for 1 week. So I'm going to write that one down. I like the sound of that one. 3% sounds good to me. But here's the thing. What does BITO usually do this time of year? Now, for that, we look at the seasonality chart. Now, if you don't know what a seasonality chart is, let's go backwards so you get the whole thing before I zoom in. Okay, so a seasonality chart, all the way to the left is January 1st, all the way to the right is December 31st. The blue line represents the movement this year. The blue dot right here, well, that was the last traded day, which is Friday. The red line represents 10 years worth of data. 10 years. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, so on and so forth. However, I want to take a look at how well does BITO pay its dividends. And do they even have dividends? B-I-T-O. BITO. Okay, well, it does have dividends. Well, let's see how far back it goes. Okay, February 23. See, this thing is 1 year old, and you want me to put my money into it. Most companies don't make it past 3 to 5 years. This one's a little over a year old. That's going to be a no. Terribly sorry. No historical performance. No, thank you. All right, let's go back to here. And what else do you guys have for me? SLGN, we looked at that one. That one's a no. BITO's a no. TJX. What the heck is TJX? Robert. Uh-oh. PayPal. Oh, wow, I missed all these questions. Uh-oh. Wow, I missed quite a bit of questions. Sorry about that, guys. All right, Tesla's going to be a no. No dividends, no thank you. TJX. Robert John. TJX. Is that TJ Maxx? TJX. Okay. TJX Cause Incorporated. What is TJX? Doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay. Yahoo Finance. How are the dividends? 2021. So 2022, 2.3, 24. This thing's only 3 years, not even 3 years old yet. Sorry, that's going to be a no. I like 20 years. 2 decades. Sorry, Robert, it's only 3 years old. It's going to be a no. Okay, Christine, I already looked at Devo. That's a no. SLGN, that's a no. Sava. Really, Doc? Sava? S-A-V-A? Let's see how much dividends Sava has. Doc, Sava has no dividends at all. That's going to be a no. Sorry about that. Let's go to the next one. PBR, peanut butter and royal jelly. PBR. Oh, a Brazilian oil company. PBR. Here we go. Okay. Really? Just 3 years of dividends? That's it? Oh, no. It has more than that. There we go. 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait a second. Nothing in 2015, 16, 17? Yeah, I'm going to say no to this one. Look at the dividends. Seriously. Okay, dude. Okay, techno nerd. Look, the dividends are all erratic and missed a whole bunch of years. Yeah, and it's up, down, no consistency whatsoever. Look at the numbers. All right, yeah, I seen that. All right, so PBR is going to be a no. All right, Andy Panda, PayPal has no dividends. That's going to be a no. Evan Clark, CVS. Well, I actually have some CVS, so let's take a look. Here we go, CVS. All right, a year ago, we're sitting at 68. The high of the year is 83. The bottom of the year was Friday. That's going to be a no. Okay? The bottom of the year is Friday, 53.19. Look, she shoots up, pulls back, back up, back down. Here's the bottom right there. I like 3 days to the upside or 2 days to the upside before I jump in. So, Evan, I like CVS. I'm going to put it on my list to take a look at this week. It might give us an opportunity sometime this week, but not for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Kane Talon, how can you profit from earnings? Buck, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, because I've seen positive earnings where the stocks go down. As a matter of fact, Harley Davidson had positive earnings, the stock went down. Estee Lauder had positive earnings, the stock went down. Okay, so I really don't play the earnings as a strategy. I use dividends because dividends has a Hey, Bo! Woohoo! Cool, thanks. A little disturbing. A gentleman sending me roses. Why don't you send me a hot dog or a chainsaw? They should have a chainsaw on there. Anyway, thanks for that, Bo. CVS. I will be keeping an eye on it throughout the week. I do have some. I like it when she bounces off the bottom. Here's your high. Okay, she drops all the way to the bottom. What happens next? She usually bounces up and goes back up. Usually, that's what I'm looking for. But again, Buck, on earnings, I've seen positive earnings, stocks go down. I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. Earnings is no real consistency as compared to stock movement. Whereas the dividend, on the other hand, well, they're predictable. Okay, you get a dividend, the stock has a tendency to increase in value before the dividend. I don't find that so much with the earnings. Kane, Blast, B-L-A-S-T. B-L-A-S-T. Can't find that symbol. So that's going to be a no. All right, Robert Weird looked at TJX. That's going to be a no. They don't have... Okay. Oh, now that's cool. I like that one. That's better. I don't like TJX because they don't have consistent dividends. Okay, I like 2 decades. Now, like I said before, there's 9,753 different companies you can choose to invest in. Out of those 9,750 some odd companies, only about 300, lightning bolt, woohoo, cool beans. Only about 300 actually have increased dividends for more than 2 decades and weekly options. And the reason why I want weekly options is because I want to get in on a Monday and I want to be on a Friday and I want to make that 1% every week. So if I'm only looking at companies that have a dividend coming up because the stock goes up just before the dividend, well, just before the dividend, if I buy the stock and the stock increases, I can get in and out in a week and get 1 or 2%. Sometimes 3. I like 3%. Does it happen all the time? No. CVS is going to be a no. Sorry. TJX, we looked at that. We looked at CVS. What are the best companies right now? Adam, I really don't know how to answer that question because I don't know what it is you are looking for and how you categorize what's the best. For me, I like, at this moment in time, I'm like in Harley Davidson, I'm getting 3% every week. I'm like in Macy's, I'm getting over 2% every week. I'm like in Kohl's, I'm getting close to 2% every week. What else was there? There's a few other ones. CCS, Evan. What is CCS? Century. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Should I enroll in my company 401k or should I do it on my own? Okay, here's the thing. Now, this is not going to be advice, but this is just an idea. All right? Now, if you take a look at what your company is offering in your 401k, number one, is it self-directed or do you have to invest in what they tell you to invest in? And if so, how is that performing? How has it performed over the last 5, 10, 15 years? That's number one. Number two, are they matching what you're putting in? If you're putting in $1, are they putting in $1? If you're putting in $1, are they putting in 50 cents? Because if you put in $1 and they put in $1, that's 100% rate of return. Well, that's part of it. But how is that 401k performing? And are you allowed to go into that 401k and have it self-directed? So there's a lot of questions you need to ask your HR department to find out exactly what are the rules to that. I'm missing all these. Ooh, I missed all this. All right, right there. So anyway, Madre. Is that Madre? MADR3Z. All right, Madre. Okay, so you really got to figure out where you are, where you want to go. Okay, I don't like 401k programs. You really got to take a look at the fine print and find out. Actually, you go to TikTok, say, what's bad about a 401k? And do a search. I'll tell you a lot you don't know. All right. Evan, we already looked at CVS. I already gave you my opinion on CVS. TJX, I gave you my opinion on that one also, Robert. What about Marty stock dividend? Oh, Misty. Yeah, Misty doesn't have a good dividend. Okay. PayPal, no dividend, no thank you. TJX, CVS, Verizon. Okay. TJX and CVS, we already did that one. Christine, you want to look at Verizon, VZ? Oh, that looks interesting. Okay. No, right off the top, that looks interesting. What looks interesting about it? Well, let's take a gander. You ready? Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. Okay? A year ago, it's at 36. Now we're at 41. She went up, sideways, up, down. Now she's bouncing right here. This is the last couple of days. I want to take a good look at that because it looks as if here's the high right here, 30-day high. She drops down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. Look at that. Get the high, profit taking. You had a low, what happens there? Accumulations. People start buying again and the stock goes back up. Awesome. I love it right where it is. Now, currently it's at 41.64. I could do the 41.50s and collect 52 cents. Or the 42s collect 27. No. Verizon has a tendency not to pay out 1%. Because if I'm buying it at 41.64 and I'm selling it at 41.50, I'm losing 14 cents right off the top. Well, if I'm losing 14 cents right here, if I take 14 cents off of that, well, now I'm down to 38 cents. 38 to 55, yeah, I'm not quite making my 1%. But if you like Verizon, it's a good place to get. See where it is? It's bouncing off of here. So if you take a look at it and you think of it, remember the childhood days when you went on that teeter-totter or a seesaw, whatever you call it, up, down, so on and so forth. Here's your high right there. You got your profit taking. Okay, it's accumulating right down here, and now it's going to go back up. Usually, it's not guaranteed. Okay, Verizon looks nice, but it's not paying 1%. For me, anyway. If you like Verizon, hey, more power to you. Yo, check my page, new video. Ray Dinaroo, Okay, I have no idea what you do, Ray. Okay, Andy Panda. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this to you guys so you understand it. Robert John McCann. TJX. Already looked at it. It's a no. Okay? Andy Panda. PayPal. I know for a fact it doesn't have dividends and they do not share their profits. That's a no. Andrew Rodriguez. Bitto. I already looked at Bitto. Okay? It doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends, which means it's only a couple years old. I'm not going to put my money into a company that's not 20 years old. Okay, I don't care how well. I mean, take a look at what we call it, NVIDIA, Ribbon, those things that go right through the roof. Yeah, I have no desire to do that. Okay, I am retired. I rely on a simple, safe, predictable, consistent rate of return. I'm looking for cash flow. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. You, from the sounds of it, looks like, hey, Belgrade, thank you. Woo! Okay. You seem like you're looking for capital appreciation. You want your account to go from here to here. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for safe, predictable, and consistent returns. Okay? Safety being the number one factor on my trading strategy for me. Okay, I will take a look at what you want me to take a look at. I did take a look at Bitto. I gave you my opinion. For me, you have to figure out, holy shit, 53 of them, 57. Oh, cool bean. Holy cow, keep on going. Let's see how high you get. 70, 82, 85, 88, 89. Cool bean. Stops at 89. Cool beans. That's the most I've ever gotten. Bell Grill, thank you for that. Anyway, so as I was saying, I took a look at Bitto. I gave you my opinion. I like companies that are consistently profitable. Absolute worst case scenario. Ooh, Belgrade. Whoa. I gave you my opinion on Bitto. It's a no for me. It has a nice premium. You're right about that. But it's not even 3 years old yet. Okay, you're talking just barely in kindergarten. You got all through elementary school, junior high school, college, aftergrad. I like 20 years, 2 decades. 2 decades. There's 9,753 companies. Why that one? No, for me, it's a no. For you, hey, more power to you. Bet it all, 76. Oh, cool beans. I've never got one of those before. Nifty. Okay, I gotta go through all these questions again. I missed a bunch. Okay, bet it all, 76. How's the payout for Misty? Got notified but never checked. I'll take a look at it for you, MSTY. Okay, it's a monthly. It's a no. The reason why it's a no for monthlies, because there are 12 months in a year. 12. Okay, there's 52 weeks in a year. Now, let me ask you a question. If you make an average of 1 or 2% with each option you sell, now I'm a seller, I'm not a buyer. 80% of all options expire worthless, so I do not want to buy them. I want to sell them. Okay? I like to have things in my favor, odds and probabilities in my favor. Okay? If an option is going to expire worthless, I want nothing to do with it. I want to sell it. Okay? Now, if I'm getting 1 or 2% on a monthly basis, that's 12 to 24% a year. Okay? Perfectly fine if that's what you want. Now, here's the last 30 days. Tell me, where's it going to be the next 30 days? 30 days ago, we're at 20. She goes up, she goes down, up, down, and it shoots up, pulls back. Great. Where's it going to be in the next 30 days? I got a good idea where it might be in 5 days. That part's not that difficult. 5 days, hypothetically speaking, she should come down a little bit. Well, great. Well, what happens? Because here's the high right here. Okay? Once it gets high, if you don't take your profits, well, that's your thing. Okay? It ain't a profit until you take it. Right? So Misty is going to be a no. It's a monthly. I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I can't get that with a monthly. Okay? I don't know how many times I need to say that. I can't get it with a monthly. That's a no. How do we get the seasonality chart? Is that Shaw's? S-A-U-Z, Shaw's? All right, the seasonality chart. Now, I'm assuming you have Thinkorswim. Okay, if you come over here where it says style, Right there, you click on style, you get a window to drop down. You drop down to 3 of them or 4 of them, and it says seasonality right there. Okay, style, down 4, it says chart mode, standard, monkey bars, seasonality right there. And you click on the on seasonality. Once you're on seasonality, you can change it from 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. I like 10 years. I think 20 years is too far back. And I think 5 years is not enough history. So I like 10 years. Alrighty, who's next? Jellyfish, how are you doing? Okay, Robert John, man, you've asked me like 6 or 7 times, actually more than 6 or 7 times about TGX. I already said no to TGX 4 or 5 times. Andy Panda, you asked me about PayPal 4 or 5 times. I don't know what part of no you're not quite grasping. Jellyfish, JP Morgan. JP Morgan. It's going to be a no. 2 reasons why it's going to be a no. Reason number 1, you got a gap here. Okay, she jumped up, going sideways, got a gap, pulls up. Here's the high right there. She pulled back. Now she's keep going up. She's too close to the high for me. I don't like buying at a high. You have all this profit taking sitting on the table waiting for someone to grab it. And I don't want that to be me. I want to be in. I want to be out within 5 days. Okay? I want to jump in on a Monday morning, and I'd like to be out by Friday afternoon. Bed Bath and Body Works, BBWI. What's that, right? BBWI. Okay, now I'm not quite sure if this is BBWI. I'm looking at the dividends. I'm going to say no. Okay, the only reason why I'm going to say no, go with me on this one. Are you ready? 2000, 6 cents. 2001, 6 cents, no increase. Okay? 2003, 8 cents. 2004, 10. 2005, 12. 2006, 12. 2007, 12. 2008, 12. 2009, 12. 4 years in a row, no increase whatsoever. I don't like that. Okay, let's keep on going. 12, 2010, 12, 2011, 16, 81, 16, 162, 20, 24, 27, 40, 49, 49, 49, and then they cut it in half in 2019. Okay? And then in 2022, they cut it by 20%. And then it hasn't increased in the last 3 years. So unfortunately, I'm going to say no to Bed Bath Body Works, whatever that is. Okay? There are too many companies that are consistently profitable for me to jeopardize my money into a company that doesn't meet my criteria. All right, Sebastian, do you know what the ticker symbol for TJ Maxx is? Emmy Frontline, FRO. That's going to be a no. It's a monthly. Monthlies just don't work. Okay? If you like it, more power to you. I wish you the best. Seriously, I do. I hope everybody here is profitable in whatever endeavor they want. I'm just showing you what I do. I do covered calls on dividend stocks that are consistently profitable. That means more than 2 decades of profits. Okay, there's only about 300 of them. I'm very picky on where I put my money. Now, you guys, most of you probably aren't retired yet. You're not relying on a predictable, consistent paycheck on a weekly basis. When you retire, it is what's called fixed income. Okay, I'm on a fixed income, and my fixed income is whatever I make. So if I make 1% a week, that's what my income is. That works for me. Okay, if it was less than 1% a week, I'd still be working, adding to my portfolio in order to be able to retire. So it's very important for me to get 1% simply, safely, and predictably. Okay, Sebastian, I need to know what the ticker symbol for that is. Jason, MPW. I actually have some MPW. Let's take a quick look. The high of the year, the low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. It was at 4.5 last year. Now it's at 4.3. Okay, she went up, she went down, she went up, she went down, she went up, she went down. Right now, she's a little bit on the downside. Let's take a quicker look. I mean, closer look. Okay. Okay. Here's your 30-day high way over here. Here's your 30-day bottom here. She jumps up, pulls back. Okay, so Friday is the bottom that we're looking at. So we're going to wait on MPW for it to retrace a little bit more because she's in a downturn at the moment for the past week. So I don't like jumping in when it's in a downturn. I like it when it stops, turns around, and goes back up again. But look at the overall last month. Okay, that is on the downturn. Once it finds the bottom, turns around and starts going back up again. MPW, I'm going to put it on my list for this coming week. So we keep our eye on it as soon as it turns around. Now, I already have some, so I'm not too worried about it. Brian, Advanced Auto Parts. Ooh, I like Advanced Auto Parts. And I actually have some Advanced Auto Parts. All right. Now, Advanced Auto Parts. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at it. It went up, it went down, big drop, sideways. Now we're at 37.69. Let's zoom in, take a look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to give me a good idea of where it's going next. All right, here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago, 38. She goes up, pulls back. Here's the bottom right there. Shoots up. Here's your 30-day bottom. Okay, remember? 30-day bottom, stock goes up. 30-day top, stock goes down. Well, now it's in a downturn. Unfortunately, I have it too. So I have a Advanced Auto Parts. So yeah, I'm feeling the pain also. She went up. I didn't lose all my positions. I lost some. I mean, I let some of them go. Jason Westfall, CLF. I've looked at CLF once before. All right. But it's going to be a no for this week. Reason being, look where we are. Okay? 2 months ago, we're here. She shoots up to the high. A week and a half of falling. So what's going to happen here? I'm going to write CLF down for next week. So we'll be looking at it, during the week to find out where is the bottom. Okay, the 11, ooh, nice. Look at that. 3% return. At 11.04, that's the purchase price right now. If I sell the 11s, I can get 33 cents. Now, 33 cents on an $11 stock is 3%. If I can get 3% for 1 week, yeah, that's good. That's like 150% per year amortized. So, at this moment in time, it's going to be a no because I don't know how far down it's going to go. Because I don't buy as it's falling. I buy once it hits bottom and bounces back up. So we will be taking a look at this during the week and see when is it going to turn around and go back up again. All right, CLF, no. PayPal, Andy Panda, please stop it. Seriously. Robert John, where do you find out the age of the company? All right, Robert John, here we go. Yahoo Finance. And you wanted to take a look at, what do you want to take a look at? Kept asking. CVS, no, that wasn't it. TJX, all right. All right, Robert John, are you ready? Now, the screen you're looking at here behind me is live on YouTube. I don't know how to put it into the dark mode, sorry. So you're just going to have to see it on your laptop or your television. You can actually watch this on television. This screen is live at the moment. On Yahoo Finance. What was that company again? Damn it. I forget which company that was. Hold on. TJX. Okay. Is that right? Oh, well, look at that. TJX goes all the way back and starts paying dividends in 2000. So that's 24 years. However, look at the numbers. 1 penny first year. Second year, 1 penny. Third year, 1 penny. Fourth year, 1 penny. Fifth year, it
doubles. It goes to 2 cents. So first 4 years is 1 cent. No increases whatsoever first years. Fifth year, it goes to 2 cents. Okay. Sixth year, 2 cents. Seventh year, 2 cents. Then it goes to 3, 1, 2, 3 for 2 years. Then the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, to 9, to 11, to 13, to 20, 23, to 26, to 30, 33, and then 38. Okay. The TJX companies. So they do have 20 years of dividends. They're just not increasing dividends. Alrighty. TJX. Okay, currently at 119. A little too close to the high for me. The high was Thursday. Okay, look at this. Here's your 30-day bottom right here on the 4th. 1 week, 2 weeks going up, 1 day to come to the downside. What do you think is going to happen next week? Seriously, look at it. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up. Well, now she's coming down again. TJX is going to be a no. Number one, the dividends aren't really that great. They haven't consistently increased. So it's going to be a no. Oh, you don't understand. I'm not quite sure why you don't understand. I thought it was pretty clear. Do you have a book? Yes, I've written 14 books. Sebastian, TD. So to answer your question, Robert John, yes, I've written 14 books. I try not to sell anything here. Seriously, I don't. I'm here to educate, to help you guys out, and I'm not really looking to get any money from you. I'm just sharing information. If you want to buy something from me, up in the bio, there's all that kind of crap. All that kind of crap. If you want to buy something. Yeah, I try not to push anything. TD, no. Sebastian, monthly. Okay, now I tried going through this already. Monthly means only can do it once a month. That's 12 times a year. And if you average 1 to 2% per option trade as a seller, that's 12 to 24% per year. If you're okay with that, great. Okay, me, I don't like it. Okay. Here's your high way over here back in September. She drops. Here's your bottom here. She goes up. She pulls back. Not really the greatest place in the world to be. Okay, look at your last 30 days. Okay, she went down. She went up. She's coming back down again. That's the overall quick view if you really like TD. Well, I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work for me. Okay? That being said, Andy Panda, dude, I don't know how many times I got to tell you no to PayPal. KBR, I am 757. How are you today? KBR. Sorry, dude, 757. KBR is a monthly optionable stock. What that means is I can only do a trade once a month. I use NinjaTrader. All right, Michael, cool beans. Let me take a look at some of the questions over on YouTube. I missed some of them. All right. When is lowering your cost average a smart move? Emmy, lowering your cost average, a dollar cost averaging, okay, it all depends on what the numbers look like. Okay, Adam, VICI. Didn't we look at VICI a while ago? VICI. That's a monthly. That's a no. All right. Doc wants to look at Sava. Logitech, L-O-G-I. L-O-G-I. That's a no, kiddo. I use NinjaTrader. Okay, cool. Frontline, we look at that one. Doc wants to take a look at Sava. He wants me to look at the numbers. Okay. Here's Sava. It is a weekly. It's currently at 27.20, which means the 27 is going for, you shitting me, really? $2? That's huge. Let's take a deeper look. Hold on. So here's the high of the year, here's the low of the year, here's where it was, here's where it is. It looks like it's just channeling sideways. Okay, because a year ago she's at 22.50, now she's at 26.90. Not a big difference. But look at the last 30 days. Okay, so here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. 2 weeks ago was the 30-day bottom. She shoots up, pulls back. Now we got the bottom here. 2 days to the upside. That looks like an interesting invitation, but what does the seasonality look like? What does this stock normally do this time of year? All right. Unfortunately, I don't like the look of that, Doc. It's a little really choppy here, and then it drops. And let's see how many dividends Sava actually has. Wait a minute. We already looked at that. Sava has no dividends. S-A-V-A. 2 dividends. 2010 and 2012. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound good. 2 dividends? All right, anyway. Let's go back to where we were. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Yeah, so that's interesting. Here's a thought. Here's a thought, Doc. Let's see if we can do this one. 2720. Apparently it's going to the upside. Okay. Currently at 2720. What does this look like? The 25s. That can't be right. Seriously, that can't be right. All right, what I'm looking at is what's called a calendar spread. Now, this is not something I normally trade, but Doc is asking nicely. I'll just leave it at that. All right, current price is $27.20. If I go way out and buy the 25s or the 20s, $11.30, I can sell, or the 25s, I can buy it at $12.30, and I can sell it at $21.12. That can't be right. Well, that can't be right at all. All right, Doc, I'm going to give you a call later on this one and see what you want to do. That being said, let's move on to the next stock. All right, KBR, we looked at that one. Do I have a book? Yes. BA. All right, Shaji, we already looked at Boeing. Sebastian, we already looked at TD. Bo, DWSN. What is that? DWSN. Dawson. Interesting. It has no options. That's going to be a no. Sorry. Okay, Robert John, you don't understand. See, Robert John, the best thing I can do for you at this moment in time, drop me a DM with your phone number. I will give you a call, and I'll walk you through any questions you may or may not understand. I have no problem whatsoever calling people and talking with them. If you want to chat, I'll call you and we'll chat. Right, if you don't understand something, I've tried to make it as simple as possible. I actually created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter. You're new here, so you haven't seen it yet.
Hi, I'm Jake, and as you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do.
She almost looks like me.
You're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that.
There's over 20 days in the month of January.
Look at all that hair, and it's not gray.
That means every single day you can buy a different stock.
Would you believe I still have this t-shirt?
Anyway, seriously.
That part always makes me laugh. All right, so let's go back to here. All right, so Robert John McKeon, when I say I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008, it had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable, it had to be consistent, and the reduced, actually extremely, I used to say no way to lose, but people don't like me saying that, but very low risk of losing. Okay? It was created for a 9-year-old. I like to think that you'd be able to understand it. First and foremost, pick a good company. First and foremost, Dividend Kings, 50 years of increased dividends. Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years of increased dividends. Dividend Champions, 25 years of increased dividends. The rules are a little bit less than the Aristocrats. So the Aristocrats and the Champion, both 25 years, but different rules. Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years of increased dividends. And just for the fun of it, we throw in Warren Buffett's list just to see what he's trading to trade the same things. So those 5 lists right there, Kings, Aristocrats, Champions, Contenders, Warren Buffett's list, those 5 lists should give you over 300 companies that are consistently profitable and have weekly options. Okay, there's 9,753 companies you can choose from. But that list of 5, those 5 lists, Contenders, Champions, Kings, whatever, okay, give you over 300 companies that are consistently profitable. Why would you put your money anywhere else other than a company that is consistently profitable? All right. Saji, we already looked at Boeing. Okay. Jason, we already looked at CLF. Sebastian, we already looked at TD. Bo, thank you for that. DWSN, we already looked at that. We already looked at that. Sorry, my bad. Not a problem there, Bo. 86 is in the house. Could you please explain what I do? Okay, Robert, here we go. You ready? Oh, I'm going to stretch, take a deep breath on this one. All right, Robert, you ready? I buy 2 weeks before the dividend date companies that have consistently increased their profits. 20 years minimum profits. Every year, higher and higher and higher profits. I buy those companies 2 weeks before the EX date. I do what is called a covered call, one of the safest trading strategies there is. I buy the stock, I sell the option at the exact price. Example, if I buy it at $100, I'm going to sell it at $100. What am I collecting? I'm collecting the premium on the option. The weekly stock option gives somebody the right to buy it from me at a certain price by a certain date. That is a weekly option. Monday through Friday. Let's go to, I'll show you really quickly. AT&T is an example. 22 November 24, that is this coming Friday. 29 November, that is next Friday. 6 December, that's 3 Fridays away. 13 December, 4 Fridays away. 20 December, 5 Fridays away, so on and so forth. I buy 2 weeks before the dividend date. Let's get out of here. Okay. Each one of these little green dots represents a dividend date. There are 4 dates to remember when it comes to dividend stocks. Date number 1 is the announcement date. Hey, this is IBM. We're paying this kind of dividend on this day. You get paid this. The announcement date. It's self-explanatory. Date number 2, the EX dividend date, represented by these little green dots. Okay, Kinder Morgan, Ford, ExxonMobil, Archer Daniels, NextEra Energy, Target, Aflac, Visa, IBM, Siri, Citigroup, so on and so forth. You've heard of all these. Michael, thank you. Paul, oh, you're up 8% this month. Cool beans. As I was saying, each one of these dots represents a company that's paying a dividend. Okay, I buy 2 weeks before the dividend date. Okay, 1 week, 2 weeks on a Monday. I buy it at the market open. I sell at the market open, covered call at the exact same price I paid for it. I collect what is the premium. The premium is usually 1% or more. That's my goal. If it's not 1%, I don't do it. Okay? Now, I also look at the charts. I look at the 1-year chart. I want to see the high, the low, where it was, where it is, what direction is it going. I look at the 90-day chart. I look for patterns. Let's go here. Okay. The 1-year chart, the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Okay. Then I want to take a look at the 90-day chart. Last 3 months, what has it done? It went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, where's it going next? Most likely it's coming down. I look for patterns. The next chart I look at the last 30 days. The reason why I want to look at the last 30 days, it gives me a good idea where it's going to be in the next 5 days based on the buying and selling patterns. When the stock goes up, people take profits. The stock comes down. When it gets down here, people buy until it goes up again. People sell, people buy. People sell, people buy. That's what I'm looking for, patterns. This pattern right here tells me that it might go up higher because here's your 30-day high here, and it's getting very close to it, or it might come back down. This right here is a little too high for my liking. Okay, then on Friday, when the option expires, I take a look at my position. What did I buy it for? What is the current price? What is the value of the option I bought? Is it going to expire worthless? Is it going to expire in the money? Am I making a profit? Do I have to roll it? All questions are addressed on Friday afternoon. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you a quote from John F. Kennedy. We cannot answer the questions of Friday afternoon with the information we possess on Sunday evening. What does that mean? Well, if I'm buying something on Monday, great. Everything looks good. I don't know what's going to happen Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I have a morning trading group. We trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, we balance out our account, see where we are. Now, the reason why is I do all my trading on Monday. I buy all my stock. I sell all my options. Tuesday, I check. Wednesday, I check. Thursday, I check. I want to know where my money's doing. I want to know where the positions are. I want to see what's going on. Friday gives me a better idea of what's happening. What do I do next? Okay, Mondays, what I do on the buying and selling. Well, is it a good company? Is everything right? Okay, hopefully that explains everything. But plain and simple, Robert, I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, I found that the covered call is the simplest and safest trading strategy there is. I always tell people, do not do it if you do not understand it. Number one question you should ask yourself, does it make sense? Number two question is, can I see myself doing this? Number three question is, do I like this particular company? Question number four is, do I like this particular company at this current price? And question number five, am I willing to hold on to this company until it hits my target? They're all very good, valid questions. And you not understanding it, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. At one point in time, none of us understood it. At one point in time, none of us knew how to drive a car. Give you the keys, here you go. No, it doesn't work that way. I cannot give you the keys to a Sherman tank and say, there you go. It doesn't work that way. You need to take one step at a time. Very first question, does it make sense? Number two, can I picture myself doing this? Number three, do I like this particular company? So on and so forth. Jason, we already looked at MPW. Sebastian, we already looked at TD. Saji, we already looked at Boeing. Could you explain what you do again? I already did that. Coca-Cola. NNB. Ooh, Coca-Cola. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Coca-Cola has been around for over 140 years. But the premiums are never that good. Ooh, look at this. The high was around 74. Now we're at 61. That's like falling like a rock. I got to change that. Change that to single because I just want to see what the option is. Right now, $61.95. The closest strike price to $61.95 is going to be 62. 62 is selling for 53 cents, not quite 1%. If you're okay with 0.75%, fine. It's been in business for 140 years. I don't really see them going out of business. All right. Black-Eyed Joe, what's happening? You want to take a look at Corning, GLW. Let's try that again. GLW. Okay, I'm going to say no to Corning for this week. Okay, only because look at your low way down here at 28. She jumps up. 51 is the high. Well, now at 46. It's actually coming off of that 30-day high. Actually, the high of the year. Okay, so you got your high of the year right here. Look where it was 2 months ago at 40. She shoots up to 51, pulls back to 46. It's not done yet. Okay, they're going to take more profits here. And once they're done taking profits, keep your eye on it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Once it hits a bottom, turns around, starts going back up again. If you like Corning, great. Well, right now, it's at 46.50. Well, the 46.50 is going for 60 cents. That's 1.5%. 1.5% is 75% per year. Check the numbers. Do your due diligence. Do you like Corning? Do you like it at this price? Does it make sense to you? Where is the bottom? Well, the way I'm looking at it. Now, this is not advice, okay? Just wait for it to come, hit the bottom, turn around, go back up. I personally like 2 days to the upside. So from here, I want to see it going up 2 days in a row before I jump in. And then I want to take a look at the numbers. Am I still getting my 1%? That's what I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I like Corning. I know who they are. I know what they do. I don't like companies I've never heard of. DWSN, never heard of them. Sorry, Bo. I mean, I've never heard of DWSN. If I've never heard of it, I'm not going to do it. We already looked at it. We already said no to it because it just didn't fit. Jason, Cleveland Cliffs. We looked at that. Isn't that CLF? CLF? Yeah, Cleveland Cliffs. We looked at that before. Okay, dude, that's going to be a no also. The exact same reason as the last one. Look, here's your high right here. She's dropping. Look for the bottom. Once you find the bottom, once she turns around, goes back up, great. What do you want to do then? Once you find the bottom, once you find the buying opportunity, what are you going to do? There's so many different trading strategies out there. The simplest and easiest, the covered call. Right now, if I bought it at 11, sold it at 11, I could get 33 cents. 33 cents is almost 3%. But you have to wait for it to hit the bottom and turn around, go back up again. I don't like, that's like never try grabbing a falling knife. Well, that's what it is right now. It's falling. Once it finds the bottom, turns around, then take a look at the numbers, see if it makes sense then. Could you please explain? All right, Robert, I just explained it to you. I'm not going to do it a third time. TJ Maxx paid dividends 28 years by Google search. Okay, but what is the ticker symbol for TJ Maxx? Okay, is that TJX? We already looked at that. TDBA, okay. Long-term stocks to invest in. Okay, Lima, I don't do anything long-term, in your opinion. Okay, me, long-term's 30 days. Conservative, that's a no. What the hell are you thinking? It's okay. DWSN is exploration. Okay. Now, when DWSN has 20 years of increased profits and weekly options, then I'll take a look at it. Anthony, you want to take a look at Costco, COST. I remember last year they were way outpriced, and they're still outpriced now. Okay, take a quick look. Okay, here's the high of the year. What happened recently? Whole week of profit taken. It was at 962. Now it's at 907. You just lost $60 in a week. Yeah, no thank you. Sebastian, we're looking at TD. 86, thank you for that. Julia, thank you. He'll get to it. Yeah, I'm a little slow getting to these questions because it's a lot of people here. John, her husky. Hello. 86, Anthony. Sant cost is above price range. Yeah, I don't do stocks above $250. Okay, sorry. However much money you guys think I have, I don't. I don't do stocks over $250. Little too pricey for me. What do we think about SMCI? Hell no. Okay, now the reason why I don't like SMCI, okay, number one, ooh, look at that, dropping like a rock. Okay, I would like to see the bottom turn around, but, okay, SMCI. Mike, you ready for this? I wish I knew how to get to the dark mode so it didn't look this bright, but let's take a look at SMCI. SMCI. I got to do this once a week with SMCI because for some strange reason people like this thing. SMCI, there are no dividends in the selected time period. Okay, so Mike, think of it this way. The name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. You're asking me my opinion about a stock that doesn't pay dividends. You're definitely in the wrong place. So what was the question with SMCI? I bought it at 18 last week. Now it's over 22. Should I sell it or hold? Okay, Mike, here's the thing. It's at 18 right at this moment in time. It's at 18.58. Oh, so Monday, 22.15. Here's the thing, Mike. You ready? I'm going to say something to you, and I want you to let it sink in. Ready? Here we go. It's not a profit until you take it. That's number one. Ready? Number two. Here we go. You ready? Nobody ever went broke taking profits. Vanku. Hey, can I buy and resell? Yes, you can. Corning Incorporated. We already looked at Corning, Alex. Steve Ringgold wants to take a look at Dow. D-O-W. Okay, that's going to be a no. Take a look. For the last, since September, the end of September, all of October, and all of November, down, 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 down. This will be really nice once it finds its bottom. Okay, find the bottom, wait for it to turn around, and go back up again. Okay, now Dow is on my list, just not this week. Okay, once she finds the bottom, 44, the 44 is going 52. That's over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm waiting for it to turn around to go back up again. I'm going to put Dow on the list for next week so we can take a look at it. Now, you guys may not know this, but I do have a book. Every day I write down stocks that look good when they should turn around. This one, sometime next week or the week after. So we're going to keep our eye on that. We'll look at it again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to see if it's found the bottom and turned around, because I'm looking for 2 days to the upside. The soonest I'd jump into this thing would be Wednesday, so we'll probably look at it on Tuesday night. John. Alex, big dividends. Cool beans. John, have Eli Lilly, should I dump it? Well, John, there's a lot of questions to that statement. Number one, I know nothing about you. Okay, I have no idea what you're looking to do. So I really can't give you any advice what you should do. But I do tell people a couple of things. Number one, it's not a profit till you take it. Number two, nobody ever went broke taking profits. Number three, if you're married, why would you marry a stock? I don't know where that came from. Okay, I don't buy stocks to hold forever, because if you do, Eli Lilly is only giving a dividend once every 3 months. That's only 4 times a year. 4 times a year. You're getting a check 4 times a year. Why not? If you really like Eli Lilly, I don't know what Eli Lilly's sticker symbol is. LLY? Is that right? Yeah, Eli Lilly. Okay, it's $746. Holy cow. Look at the top. Top is right here, almost $970. Now it's at $740. You just lost $250, or somewhere in that area. Why didn't you sell it when it was at the high? Where did you jump in? What is your goal? Okay, there's a couple of questions I'm going to ask. Like, what's your goal? That's number one. What's your risk factor? That's number two. Number three, what did you buy it at? Number four, why didn't you take the profits when it was at 980? Well, now it's down to 740. Okay, have you ever thought about doing covered calls? Well, at 740, the 750 is going for $13 a share. Okay? The 760s are going for $8 a share. The further you go out of the money, okay, you're still getting some kind of income from it. Okay, here's the high here, 2 months ago. Now, you've lost a shit ton of money per share. Anyway, let's keep on going. But seriously, John, I don't know anything about you, so I really can't give you any advice on what you should do. But it's not a profit until you take it. All right? Bolt, Cool Beans, Belgrade, thank you very much. 89, that was cool. Ara, Aloe Grand, never heard of it. You actually got to give me the ticker symbol, because if it's something I've never heard of, I don't know what the ticker symbol is. Okay, so there's, let me think, 9,753 different companies, and the ones I don't. MU wants to take a look at Micron. Okay, we'll take a look at Micron. Hold that thought. Yeah, so anyway, Era, I don't know the ticker symbol for that. And if I don't know it, normally it's not going to fit. All right, TSLY, that's a no. They're only about 2 years old. They don't have that many dividends. Mike, MPLX, what the heck is that? Oh boy, I missed all these questions. Oh boy. Okay, back up here like this. TJX, yep, got that one. What is that one? TJX increased their dividend payouts every year for 20 years. Actually, no, it's not. All right, Vilkoski. TJX. All right, Koski, take a look at this. Whoops, too far down. 2000, 1 penny. 2001, 1 penny. 2002, 1 penny. 2003, 1 penny. 2004, 1 penny. Okay, that's 4 years right there, no increases. 2005, 2 cents. 2006, 2 cents. 2007, 2 cents. 2008, 3 cents. So it's 3 years, no increase. 2008, 3 cents. 2009, 3 cents. 2010, 3 cents. 3 years, no increase. Then it goes to 4, then it goes to 5, then it goes to 6, then it goes to 7, then it goes to 9, then it goes to 11, then to 13, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's a bunch of years where it does not increase at all. So, sorry. The information that I have is different than the information that you have. Anyway. TRINI. What the heck is that? Oh, wait a second. We're looking at Micron. Let's take a look at Micron for a second. Here's the high, 157. Here's the low, 75. She shoots up, pulls back, up, down, up, sideways. 96. She's in a downturn now. The 97, 73, the 98 is going for 175. That's close to 2%. Cool. Well, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days gives me an idea of where she's going to be in the next week or two. Well, let's take a look. 30 days ago, she's at 114. She drops to 100, shoots back up to 114. Now she's at 96. Well, she's in a downturn. This is one we want to keep our eye on this week to see when she finds the bottom, and it's already on my list. Okay, so Trini, Trini. No options, no thank you. Sorry. Secretariat, we already looked at Advanced Auto Parts. I haven't heard that they're closing stores. XLP, that doesn't fit. That's an ETF. XLP. Wow. Okay, all the way down to 2,000. Check that out. 987. That's going backwards. 8, 9, 8, 7, 13, 11, 9, 7, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 15, 12, 19, 20, 12, 18, 25, 12, 19, 20, 26, 16, 22, 29, 18, 24, 26, 40. I'm going to say no. Sorry, dude. No consistency with their profitability. Now, why I say that? Because if a dividend is a portion of the profits the company gives to their investors, well, if that number goes down, that's part of their profit. They already have that worked into the equation. So if they're consistently profitable, then the dividends should increase. Now, if the dividends decrease, well, that means their profitability decreases. It's just a matter of logic and common sense. Okay? If the dividends are decreasing and a dividend is part of the profits, well, that means the profits are decreasing. So XLP is going to be a no. Sorry. JD, UPS. The ups, dudes. Well, here we go. Take a quick gander. UPS, the high of 164 back in December. The bottom is in August. Look at the last 30 days. Okay, here we are. 30 days ago at 136. Our bottom's at 129. Shoots up to 145. Now we're back at 129 again. 2 days to the upside. The 134s are going for 80. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Okay, the chart looks good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good looking chart. But look at the numbers. If I'm not making 1%, it's going to be a no for me, no matter how good the company is and no matter how good the chart looks. Because the chart's not that bad. You get your 30-day bottom on Wednesday. Thursday was up. Friday was up. That's 2 days to the upside. Well, that's what I'm looking for. But if I'm not getting 1%, no thanks. HCXY. Joneser. What the heck is HCXY? Hercules Capital 6.5. Yeah, no options, no thank you. Okay, Frank, Energy Transfer. That's going to be a no, and the reason why it's going to be a no, okay, you may or may not like this idea, but here we go. 1731. The 1750s are going for 4 cents. No, that doesn't work. But look underneath it. 0.00000. So if the stock goes down, you're not collecting any premiums at all. Okay, so I just started implementing, not doing these type of deals. Even though the company, well, actually it's going to be a no because it's too high at the moment. Okay, here's the high right there. She comes down, it's going back up again. Okay, maybe, if you like it. But the numbers don't work. If I'm not making my 1%, that's going to be a no. Born third. I'm born fourth. There's 7 of us. I'm fourth. Anyway, no. Sorry. Energy Transfer, no. The numbers just don't work. AMD, Advanced Micro Divisions. No dividends, no thank you. Sorry, Chad Chio. Chad Choi? Yeah, no dividends, no thank you. Okay, Born third, AT&T. We already looked at that one. It's already a no. FDC. Emmy? FDC. What the heck is FDC? FDC. FDC. First Data Corp. No options. No thank you. Sorry, kiddo. Doing God's work. Thanks. Okay. Appreciate that. Chad Choi. ADM? AMD? No. That's Advanced Micro Divisions. ET, Energy Transfer, we already did that one. No. Juan, BA, Boeing, we already did that one. Raul, if you sell a monthly a week before it expires, that would make it weekly. No, it wouldn't. Okay? It would mean you're buying a monthly with the last week to go. If you miss your target, you have to hold it for 4 more weeks. Okay? Now, monthlies don't pay a good rate of return that I have seen. And trying to find out where is it going to be in 4 weeks, I prefer not to do that. Because I've never well, once or twice, because I've been trading for 20 years. So once or twice I've done a monthly and it worked out okay. But for the most part, it's more trouble than it's worth. Because if you miss, you're holding it for 4 weeks and you're getting less. What site do you use to look up dividend history? I look up under Yahoo Finance. mRNA. Ooh, Moderna. Whatever-ish. Back again. I recognize that name. Moderna. mRNA. All right, this one's going to be a no. Look at it dropping like a rock. Okay? Look at that. All the way back in the beginning of September. September, October, November. Yeah. Okay, if you really like Moderna, wait for it to find the bottom. Big John. Yeah. So Big John. I see what you're saying. Coney and Misty. I see it. Right? What I'm going to ask you to do, John. I'm trying to be serious with you now. Go into the historic dividend payments with Coney and Misty. If it has 20 years of increased dividends, I will owe you a big fat apology. But Coney's a no and Misty is a no. They do not have enough historical performance behind either one of them. Okay, yes, you are absolutely right. They do pay high dividend yield. They do. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for safety, predictability. All right? Safety is my number one. I'm 60 years old. I'm retired. I do not want to have to go back to work. As a matter of fact, I was going out to my boat one day. I had a boat. I was going to go down to the Caribbean. And I was going to the boat to check on it. And I bumped into this guy, 84 years old. Looked sharp. Looked really good. Nice suit. Nice. Drove a Cadillac. Really nice looking. And we got to talking. 84 years old. He said he just got home from work. I said, well, you working because you have to or because you want to just get out of the house? He says, no, I got bills to pay. I have to work. At 84 years old, I do not want to be in that position. Okay, so I do not put my money into companies that do not have historical performance behind them. Okay, as good as Coney may be, as wonderful as Misty may be, I'm a little uncomfortable with a company that does not have at least 10 years of consistent profits. Okay, Coney and Misty, I don't think they do. But I would prefer 20 years. Purple Helmet Warrior. I know what that means. That's a little disturbing, but all right. Yes, I created this for my 9-year-old daughter. Magnesium. Macy's, I actually have that. Warren Buffett isn't trading much nowadays. Yeah, he's not trading much nowadays, but he still owns a bunch of stock. All right, Emmy, I see that. Okay. Yeah, Purple Helmet Warrior. Yeah, I understand he's not consistently trading nowadays. He's not really a trader. He's a buyer. He buys and he holds. He doesn't sell. Okay. Well, unless the company's really bad. But that's besides the point. But if you take a look on, go to Google, Warren Buffett stock list 2024, you'll see all the stocks that he owns. Okay, magnesium. You want to take a look at Macy's? I actually do have me some Macy's. Let's take a gander. Here's the high. Here's the low a year ago. She went up. She went down, sideways, down, sideways. It's like we've been trading Macy's since January. Went sideways. Really nice. If you take a look at all my trades, so I have all my trades posted. Okay, here's all my trades going all the way back to January. Let's see how many times I've actually bought Macy's this year. Okay. Week 1, Macy's. Week 2, Macy's. Week 3, Macy's. Week 4, Macy's. Week 5, Macy's. Week 6, Macy's. Week 7, Macy's. Week 8, Macy's. Week 9, Macy's. Week 10, Macy's. Week 11, no Macy's. No Macy's. Week 12, no Macy's. No Macy's. Week 13, no Macy's. No Macy's. Week 14, Macy's. Week 15, Macy's. Week 16, Macy's. Week 17, Macy's, so on and so forth. I like Macy's. I do. It gives me an average of 1.5% to 2% every single week. So why not? Okay? Why not? It just makes sense. So, let's take a look at Macy's. Last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we were at 1660. We dropped down to 15, shoot up to 1665, drop back down to 1450. 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. What an invitation that is. Ooh, Emmy wants to look at Hershey's. Let me write Hershey's down. HSY. We'll take a look at that, Emmy. Hold on a second. So currently at 1552, the 1550s are going for 35 cents. Do you know what that means? 35 cents on a $35 stock, on a $15 stock, is 2%. Well, let's take a look at what a trade on that would look like. Let's get out of here. Let's go here to covered call. And like we said, we like the 1550s, which are right here. So if I buy it right there, go to one contract only. Okay, at the market. So if I put this order in, I will buy 100 shares at the opening tomorrow morning, and I will sell a covered call at the exact same time. Buy one covered Macy's. 22 November 24. That is the weekly option, which means it's going to expire this coming Friday. So the 1550 call option against the stock to open, which means I'm buying the stock first thing in the morning. I'm selling the option first thing in the morning. What am I making? I'm making $37.50 per contract. Norman, cool beans, thank you. So I'm making $37.50 per contract. Look at my calculator out. $37.50. Well, how much is a contract going to cost me? Well, one contract, or 100 shares, is going to cost me $1,513. So, $1,513. That gives me a grand total of 2.47%. That's almost 2.5%. Well, what does the stock need to do? Well, it needs to stay above 1550. Well, it's currently at 1552, and if you look, let's get out of there. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Okay, the stock only has to stay above 1550 by Friday. Well, look what it's done so far. 30 days ago, well, 2 weeks to the downside. She jumps up, down. Now she's going back up again. Your 30-day high is in the 1660 area. Well, it's currently at 15. There's plenty of space up here. So here's the questions. Okay, question number 1. Does it make sense? Question number 2. Can I see myself doing this kind of a trade? Question number 3. Do I like Macy's? Question number 4. Do I like Macy's at 1550? Well, the company's over 100 years old. They consistently increase their dividends. The name recognition, almost everybody knows who Macy's is. That's the question. Do I like Macy's? Do I like it at this price? Am I willing to hold on to it until it hits my target? If I sell a covered call, I can do it every single week. I can do it this week. I can do it next week, the week after. Okay, next week. The week after. The week after. The week after, so on and so forth. Every week I can sell a covered call. The idea is, selling a covered call, you just got to keep your eye on what it's doing. What is the stock doing at this moment in time? Does it make sense? Is it the right trade for me? Do I like Macy's? Those are questions you got to ask. Okay, Born Third, we already looked at AT&T. What site do you use to look up a dividend history? Yahoo Finance. More specifically, Yahoo Finance, bottom left corner, historical data. Click on historical data. Okay, then you look up dividends only, and then you go over to all the dividends. Unfettered 56. You want to take a look at Honeywell. Ooh, I don't get much call for Honeywell. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Okay, look. Last week, Tuesday, the high of the year. Okay? Now she's coming to the downside. Look at all this profit-taking potential here. So once she drops all the way back down in this area, then it will be a good buy again. Until then, no. Thank you for going over this. Dave, you're welcome. Emmy, is 1% a week achievable without dealing with options? Yes, but you got to sit in front of your computer and trade all day long. I prefer not to. Now, I've been trading for 20 years. My first 5 years weren't that great. Okay? After 5 years, my daughter jumped on my lap and said, Daddy, can you teach me to do what you're doing? That's where I came up with this strategy. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. All right? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. You're buying, so look at Honeywell. Buying it at this moment in time at 230, selling it at 230, that's awful. No, that's horrible, the premium. But simple, safe, predictable, consistent. The covered call is the simplest strategy there is, other than just buying the stock. But just buying the stock, you got to watch it and figure out, well, when do I want to get my profit? Oh, here's an idea for you. You ready? It's called dividend capturing. All right? You know what dividend capturing is? Here's the dividends, okay? Each one of these little dots represents a dividend. Dividend capturing, let's take a look. Where are we? ExxonMobil, the 14th. Okay, just for the fun, we're just going to pick on ExxonMobil. Right there. The dividend for ExxonMobil is 99 cents. The dividend date was the 14th, which was Thursday. Okay, so if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it on a Monday, 2 weeks from this date. All right, 2 weeks on a Monday, the 28th. So let's take a look at the chart for ExxonMobil on the 28th to the 14th. Does it go up $1 between the 28th and the 14th? So let's go to charts. Okay. The 28th right here. All right. So here's the 28th right here. Okay, the opening price. The opening price of the day, 208.06. So $1 would be 209.06, correct? How many days did it take to hit 209? Well, not day 1, not day 2, not day 3, not day 4. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days, you're out. Dividend capturing. It's when you go in 10 days before the dividend date. Here's the dividend date right here. Okay? 2 weeks before on a Monday. Right there. You're out within day 4. On day 5, sorry. But look, if you did it with a, a trailing stop, it would have kept on going, and then you would have been out at 242. Big difference. But that's called dividend capturing. Okay, you buy it 2 weeks before the dividend date. Okay, here's the dividend date. Let's look at EMR. Emerson Electric, 52 cents. That would be on the 28th. Emerson Electric. The 28th. EMR. The 28th, right there. Okay, EMR, 52 cents. Right here, the opening price of the day, 108.36. The high would be one. You'd be out in the first day. Okay, buy it at the market open, add in the dividend, then jump out 2 weeks before the dividend on a Monday. Yeah, for the most part, stocks go up before the EX date. 2 weeks before the EX date. All right, that being said, what are we looking at next? Honeywell we looked at. Ooh, Andrew wants to take a look at Nike. Ooh, crap, we got a lot more questions to go through. Nike, NKE. Whoops. NKE. Okay, high, low, where was it, where is it? Look at the direction, up, down, sideways, big drop, sideways, 76.66. The 77s are going for 90 cents. That is over 1%. Well, great. Look at the last 30 days. Take a look. 30-day high, drops, here's your bottom, up, down, up, down. Now she should be going up. Okay, what does it normally do this time of year? Normally, this time of year, it goes up. Here's your seasonality chart. Okay, this is Friday. Okay, from here, that's 10 years worth of data. Usually, this time of year, between now and the end of the year, Nike goes up. So why not do it? What would it look like? Okay, let's go back to there. Let's go to here. Okay, 77. We want to take a look at covered stock. The 77, there it is. Let's do just one contract at the market open, first thing in the morning. Okay, 118 per contract. 118 per contract. What is it costing? 75.82, 75.82 comes to a grand total of 1.55% for the week. Okay, current price 76.95. Sell the 77s. You pick up 118 per contract, and if it is over 77 by Friday, you collect another 5 cents here plus that 155. That's 1.5% if you like Nike. That's a big question. Do I like Nike? Okay. Does Nike seem to fit what I'm looking to do? Is it something I want to buy and hold on to? That's a very big question. Okay, number one, does it make sense? What premium are you talking about? Not an account. Premium. All right, not an account. This line up here is information on the stock. Everything from here down is stock options. Calls on this side, puts on this side. The premium, okay, the strike price, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, so on and so forth. That's the strike price. That's the price I'm looking to sell for. Okay, if I'm selling it at that, the premium is right here, the bid and the ask. If I'm buying, I'm paying the bid. If I'm selling, I'm collecting the, If I'm buying, I'm paying the ask price. If I'm selling, I am collecting the bid price. Right now, the 77 strike price has a premium of 90 cents a share. So whoever is going to buy it is going to pay 95 cents. I am going to get 90 cents. The difference between the two goes to the market maker. That's called the spread. I don't have to hold it for 2 weeks to get the dividend. No, you actually only have to hold it for a day or two. You got to buy it before the EX date. Okay, right here. Okay, all these little green dots, those are the EX dates. So Monday, tomorrow, is the 18th. You got Chevron, Hershey's, UPS, Walgreens. If you buy it first thing in the morning, you might collect the dividend. Okay, Aflac, Target, Archer Daniels, Nextera. These are all companies paying out a dividend this week. Okay, I'm sure you heard of all of them. Let's go back to where we were. Andrew, do you usually hold until just before it expires? Andrew, what I do is I buy on a Monday. I buy the stock on a Monday. I sell the option on a Monday. I'd like to be out by Friday. I really don't care if the stock goes up. I want to get in. I want to get out. I want to collect a premium. Can you dumb it way, way, way down to explain how you make money? All right. Not an account. I'm going to make the assumption, okay, that you've been to a party. Okay? Make the assumption you've been to a party. Somebody's standing at the door with their keys in the hand going, jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm going to the packy. Anybody need something? Yeah, pick me up a 6. Someone throws you $20. You pick them up a 6-pack and they say, keep the change. That's where you get the money from. Same thing. I'm buying the stock $76.95. I'm selling it to someone else for $77, which is 5 cents per share more than I paid for it. For that privilege, that person is going to pay me 90 cents per share. The 90 cents per share is more than 1% of the purchase price of $76.95. This is what I'm collecting. Okay? Okay, so I'm buying it and I'm selling it at the exact same time. I'm buying it for $76.95. I'm selling it through a covered call at $77. So whoever buys this option at $77 has the right to buy it from me anytime between Monday morning and Friday afternoon at $77. Why are they doing that? Because they think somewhere in their head that this stock's going to go from where it is, it's going to shoot way up, and their option value will increase. Do I care about the option value increase? No, I don't. I'm not looking for option value increasing. I sell options because 80% of all options expire worthless. So if they expire worthless, well, I want to sell them. Because when I sell them, I have to buy them back eventually. So if it expires worthless, if I sell it for 90 cents a share and I buy it back for 0 cents a share, which means it expires worthless, I collect 90 cents per share for doing absolutely nothing. That's what I'm looking for. Evergas, how can you be part of my morning trading group? Simple. You go to the bio right here where it says, see where it says Dividend Stock Talk, my little picture up there in the left-hand corner? Yeah, you go there, click on that, and you'll come to the 10-minute trader. Whoops, that's not what I want. Okay, the 10-minute trader. Okay, you click on this right here where it says Trading Live Online, and that will take you to my Patreon, Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, you sign up there, it's $100 a month, and you get to watch as I trade, and then you get to ask me any questions you want. It's a live trading group on Zoom. So on your computer, you actually see every trade that I do. Okay, now when I say every trade that I do, here is right here. These are the trades that I do every single week, and I post them, and you get to watch me do them, and you get to ask questions. JD, Macy's, Able Model. I don't even know what week that was. Week 16, 1.19%. Bitto, Lowe's, Macy's, Able Model, AEO, and Macy's. What was that one? That one was 1.65%. This one right here. Able Model, Lowe's, Macy's, Bitto, 3M, Macy's. Able Model, JD, Macy's, Paramount. So you get to see every single trade that I do. And after I do all my trades, you can ask me any questions you want. Now, usually we're on for an hour, hour and a half. But lately, we've been going on for 2 or 3 hours. Because I'll stay on for as long as you guys want to talk. Talk more about Exxon. We'll get to Exxon in a minute. Let me get out of here. Dave, how do I join the group? All right, we already did that one. Oh. To learn strategy. I just showed you that one. Talk more about ExxonMobil. Okay, let's take a look at ExxonMobil. XOM. XOM. Now, I don't own any XOM at the moment. Okay, first thing I always want to see, the high of the year, the low of the year, where was it, where is it, what's the direction it's going? Cool. At this moment in time, it's at 120. The 120 is selling for $1. So I'm going to say no to that. The only reason I'm saying no to that, because at 120, $1, yeah, that's not 1%. Now, I like ExxonMobil. I have bought ExxonMobil many times before. By hit your target, do you mean pay the dividend? No, not at all. All right? No, not an account. Okay, not an account. What do I mean by my target? I'm going to pick a different one because I don't like that one. JD 35. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one right here. JD. Currently at $34.97. Now remember, anytime you buy a stock, that number is never, ever, ever going to change. Whatever you buy the stock at. If I buy the stock first thing tomorrow morning at $34.97, that's my purchase price. That never changes. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't know, you don't understand, and don't want to hold on to. I know who JD is. I know what they do. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Well, if I'm buying it at $34.97, I'm not going to sell it at 33. I'm not going to sell it at 32. I'm not going to sell it at 31. Okay? I will sell it at 34.98, 34.99, 41, 42, 47. I will sell it for a profit. What I'm looking to do is buying it at 34.97, selling somebody the right to buy it from me at the closest strike price, 34.97, 35, right there. 35 is going for 99 cents. Now, 99 cents on a $35 stock is just a little bit below 3%. So my target is going to be 35. If I buy it at 34.97, I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 35. That's my target. If it closes on Friday at 34.99, well, I keep all this money and then I sell it to someone else 29 November at 35, and then I collect $1.12 per share. Okay, it rolls every week. If I don't sell it this week, good. I'll sell it next week at 35. If it doesn't sell that week, I'll sell it the next week at 35, and I'll keep selling it every week at 35 until it hits my target. What am I collecting? Well, I'm collecting the dividend if it happens to be within the time frame. I'm collecting the premium here for the 22nd of November. I'm collecting the premium here the 29th of November. I'll collect another premium here on the 6th of December. And I'll keep selling it the 35 every week until it hits my target. Not the dividend. The only reason I like the dividend is a portion of the profits of the company. I use that to tell me whether or not the company is profitable. Now, if the dividend continuously increases, that means they're continuously profitable. Because if the dividend is a portion of the profits they give to the shareholders, that means if it goes up, logic, reason, common sense tells me that the profits have to go up also. That, or I could read the annual reports. Don't feel like doing that. I got 300 companies to look at. No desire to look at that. However, I do look every year because they update the list. Dividend Kings list, they update it every year. The Dividend Aristocrats list, they update it every year. Dividend Champions list, they update it every year. Okay, so that part's already taken care of for me. If they consistently increase their dividends, then they have to, by logic, reason, and common sense. If the dividend increases, the profits got to increase. Because the dividend is a portion of the profits that they give back to the investors. That's my target. Okay? Energy transfer, we already looked at. It's going to be a no because the premiums are horrible. Magnesium, we already looked at Macy's. Have you been, James, been a while? Okay, Milo, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. How have you been, James? Been a while. Oh, Milo, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. That makes sense now if I say it slower. Because you missed the comma. There's no comma in there. How you been, James? Comma. It's been a while. That makes sense. All one sentence now. Best stocks to buy tomorrow. Okay, is Zion Shake? I have no idea what you're looking for, so I can't actually give you any advice on that one. And I don't give advice. I always tell people, do your own research, make sure it makes sense to you. All right? What about Oracle? Paul, I like Oracle. ORCL. ORCL. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Did you see that? The high of the year, right here. I don't buy at the high of the year. Sorry, Paul. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. But it looks like 3 or 4 weeks before it gets way down to here again. Here's the trading range right there on the 170 area, but it's at 180 now. So I'm waiting for it to come down before I do anything on that one. Edward wants to take a look at some Ford. Ford company's been in business for over 100 years. How can you say no to Ford? Take a look. The highs right here, the lows right there. This is where it was. This is where it is. Look at a year ago, we were at 1050. Well, now we're at 11. What was the purpose of holding it all year? To make 50 cents? Really? Look at that. She went up, she went down, she went up, she went down. So if you don't buy and sell, if you don't trade, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Okay? Last year it was at 1050. Well, now it's at 11. You made what? 51 cents in a year? But look what you could have made. Buy here, sell here. 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 buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You missed all those trading opportunities. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people don't want to trade. Some people want to buy, just collect the dividend. Fine, nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, but last 30 days with Ford, here we go. Take a look. Here's where we were. 11. She went up to 1140. Drops all the way down to 1020. Back up. Now she's coming down. Sorry, coming down at the moment. ARKK. ARKK. ARK Innovations ETF. Well, it's going to be a no. Only because here's your high of the year. Well, now it's coming down off the high of the year. I don't buy as it's coming down. See where it is? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah. I'm waiting for it to come back down to this area on this one. RENB. RENB. No. SMCY. That's going to be a no. I can tell by the letters. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, Palantir, dude, no. No dividends, no thank you. Team, never heard of it. Okay, Team. Well, that's going to be a no also. Take a look. The high of the year, 257. Now she's coming down. Look at all this space down here for profit taken. Okay, all depends on what you want to do. I don't want to sit in front of my computer for a long period of time. 20, 30 minutes a day. That's about it. Okay, it used to be 10 minutes a day. But now I get all you guys that want to take a look at what I'm doing. So, it takes a while. Not an account. Want to take a look at Disney. DIS. DIS. That's going to be a no, too. Don't you guys do any research? Look, 30 days ago, we're way down here. Shoots way up here. What do you think's going to happen next? Seriously, think about it. I mean, it has a nice jump up. What do you think's going to happen? People like me going to take the profits, and that thing's going to drop. Yeah, I'll wait till after the drop. Enron. You want to give me $100,000 to manage? Dude, if you want to chat, just give me a holler. I'll give you a buzz. You like Home Depot, and they are, at $250. You're absolutely correct. But what you don't know is what trading strategy I use to do Home Depot. So let's take a look at Home Depot. Here it is right here. Do you see where it is? Okay. Now, I jumped into Home Depot at 410. But I didn't do this strategy with Home Depot. I used a different strategy because I saw something in Home Depot that I'm not going to explain here because it's not this strategy. I only give away one strategy for free. That's the covered call. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. If you do it right, you can get 1% per week. I get over 1% per week doing just the covered calls. It's simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Okay, I only ask you guys, does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. If you can get 1% a week, that's over 50% of a year. I'm not saying you're going to be able to do it. Because some people have a tendency to buy a stock, and as it's going up, they say, wait a minute, I don't want to lose my stock, it's going up. No, let it go. Okay, I buy a stock, I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me. I collect my 1% and say, great, I'll see you again in 90 days. Because Home Depot pays a dividend every 90 days. So if I buy it just before the dividend and I get 1%, great. I'll see you again in 90 days when you get ready to pay your dividend again, and then it goes up. That's when I want to buy, just before the dividend, because the stock goes up. By knowing when the stock goes up, that's when I buy. Get my 1%, thank you, see you again in 90 days. Okay, Abdul, we already looked at Ford. All right, we're past 11:30, so I'm going to shoot through the rest of these questions. I'm not going to show you guys anything else, but we'll just keep going. Enron, if you want to chat, drop me a phone number, your DM, and I'll give you a buzz. Do you set any alarms? No, I do not. I look at my account twice a day, once in the morning with my morning trading group, and once at night with you guys. UAN. Sarah, we're past the, what do you call it? We're past 11:30, so I'm just going to go through the questions and answer them. Enron, can I give you, yeah, we already talked about that. Okay, hold on. Mikey D's. I'm missing some of these questions. I want to hit the last of these questions before I sign off for the night. IVR, we'll have to take a look at another time. PLL. Okay, Enron, you really want to chat about that? Send me a number. I'll give you a call. Okay, BBDC, we'll have to talk about that one tomorrow. Coney, we already looked at that. That's a no. AGNC, we'll have to look at that tomorrow. UAN, have to look at it tomorrow. PLTR, that's a no. PSNI, that's Bob again. No. SPMO, never heard of it. BBDC, never heard of it. UAN, never heard of it. SCI, short squeeze, have a ton of out-of-the-money calls that were up just for implied volatility. Okay, neat. No. STZ, never heard of it. COOP, never heard of it. BA, we already looked at it. Duran, we already looked at Home Depot. What time are you on Monday morning? 9 a.m. The market opens at 9:30. 9 a.m. we take a look at all the positions we carried over from last week. We don't sell everything every Friday. Every Friday we lose half of our positions, and Monday we buy some more. I only buy like 4 or 5 stocks a week, and I sell 4 or 5 stocks a week. MSTR is a no. McDonald's, we already looked at it. It's at a high. It's going to be a no. Home Depot, I looked at it. Luna, we'll have to take a look at it. Can you show us how to get to the option screen behind you on Thinkorswim? Mike, number 1, you can't see the option screen unless you're approved for options. Okay, number 2, it's right here under trade. Okay, here's monitor, trade, analyze, scan, marketplace, blah, blah. You come to trade, okay, underline, that's the stock, information, trade grid, nope, option chain. There it is, option chain. MPLX, we'll have to look at that tomorrow. Thank you. Lightning Bolt, thank you. How much money do you make every month? Is it worth your time? Mike, that's an awesome question. All right, Mike. Now, remember I told you I have 6 different accounts. I share 3 of them with you. So these 3 accounts here, I show you every single one of my trades. All right, so I make 1% per week. I make over 1% every single week. Account number 1 at this moment in time is up over 82%. This one here is up over 80%. This one up here is over 30%. Okay, this one here, 167,000. 167,000. 1% of 167,000 is $1,700 for 1 hour of work. Okay, I buy nothing but good quality stocks. Okay, slide all the way down. Walgreens, Mara, Kohl's, Ford. Wynn, Kohl's, Walgreens, MPW, Bitto, Walgreens, Kohl's, Marathon, Ford. Okay, 2.85, 0.72. Ooh, look at that. I didn't make 1% that week. I don't make 1% every single week, but look at this. 4.5%, 2.85%, 3.36, 1.45, 2.87. So each one of these accounts, all 3 of these accounts, each one has over $100,000 in it. Each one over $100,000. That's over $1,000 for 1 hour of my time. So you guys got to figure out what works best for you. Is 1% per week a doable achievement? Is it an achievable goal for you? So Mike, to answer your question, I'm going to say yes, it is. All right. Jack Lack, were you in and out of Macy's all those weeks or holding over the several weeks and reselling calls? Absolutely. You like that answer? Absolutely. So take a look here. Home Depot, 408. The 408s are going for 407.50. That's the closest one. 407.50 is going for 520. That's over 1%. The 410 is going from 395 to 415. That's 1%. If you like Home Depot, that's a big question. Do you like the company? Are you willing to hold on to it? Do you have a pension plan or getting Social Security money every month? No, I'm 60. I don't qualify for Social Security. And as for a pension, dude, I had my own manufacturing company. All right, I sold it after the divorce. Took 10 years to spend all that money. 2003, the wife left me. Okay, I sold the business, It took me 10 years to spend all that money. 2013, I was flat broke. Okay? So since 2013 till now, I have a nice little nest egg, and I make 1% every week. All right. So Jack Lack, you got that question. Tennessee Girl, best way to learn calls and puts. Tennessee Girl, the only thing I teach here is the covered call. It's where you buy the stock and you sell a call option against the position you just bought. If you want to learn, just keep coming back. I don't charge anything for this. This is free. I give this to you for free. It's simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. It was created for my 9-year-old daughter. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be profitable. All right. Thoughts on autopilot training? Casey, sorry, I've seen too many Terminator movies. I don't trust computers. I do it all myself. Best way to learn how outs and puts and calls, like I get what I look for when the trending red. Now, sure how. Chuck, fatigue, how are you? HM, you're talking about the X date, not the pay date. Absolutely. The EX dividend date is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. The payment date, well, that's a couple weeks later. Take a gander. Whoops. Okay. Siri, okay? The stock symbol, Siri, right down here. Bottom corner. The dividend amount, 27 cents. Dividend announcement date. Date number is 4 dates to remember. The announcement date, that's number 1. Date number 2, the EX dividend date. The last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. That's a very important date. That's the one you need to keep track of. Date number 3, the date of record. That's when whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Date number 4 is the payment date. That's when you get your money. It's got nothing to do with the stock movement. This does. The EX dividend date. Okay, the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. So after the dividend is paid, the stock usually goes down. That's why I don't like to hold on. I don't like collecting dividends. I like the run up before the dividend. If we sign up with you, do you teach us how to buy and trade? Well, that's exactly what we're doing. You have to make it clear, the EX date. That's exactly what I said, dude. Okay, HM, the EX date. Date of record. Same date. Okay, not the payment date. The payment date's not listed on here. Okay, payment date is listed way down here in the bottom corner, not on the calendar itself. So each one of these days, Kinder Morgan, EX date 31st. Ford, EX date the 7th. ExxonMobil, EX date the 14th. Archer Daniels, EX date the 21st. 2 weeks before the EX date on a Monday. I thought I was pretty clear with that. Where on TOS you checked dividend dates? Watch list, calendar. Okay. Stan, hi. How you doing, Stan? All right, Stan, I'm ready to check out for night. No more stocks tonight. I'll be back here tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Which app do you use to buy stocks? I use Think or Swim. It's part of Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab bought it. When you sell your stocks through in case trade goes against you, I don't. I never sell at a loss. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Invest in Doge. Sorry, I don't do any cryptocurrency at all. Jazz, how are you today? PFE, Pfizer, cool beans. USBI, never heard of it. Thoughts on SVOL, never heard of it. Do you think SPY will go up this week? Of course it will. And also go down. It will go up and it will go down. YOU, never heard of it. HBAR, never heard of it. Pfizer, will look at it tomorrow. GOTA, look at it tomorrow. GNS, look at it tomorrow. AVGO, tomorrow. I think they will like your reactions to some of the stock suggestions. Rude dude, how's it going? Sold my PLTR last week at 59.56. Good call. No idea. I don't do PLTR. They don't have dividends. They're a no for me. Sold my Disney before Iger spoke. Okay. If you're a VIP Patreon membership, do you show other strategies? Yes, I do. If we sign up with you, do you teach us how to buy and trade stocks? Yes, I do. All right. That's it. That's all the questions. I am caught up to date. Awesome. All right. So here's the thing. Every night, 9 p.m. until 11:30. We're at 11:47. I'm a little bit past my bedtime. I turn into a pumpkin at 12. Let's get out of here. See you back. Thank you. Club Med Tom. Does it happen that you sometimes don't sell covered calls for stocks you own? Every week I sell my covered calls. Every week. No matter how far down they go, even if I'm collecting 2 or 3 cents per share. Because if you think about it, okay, here's something you guys probably have never seen. The reason why you've probably never seen it, because I'm the one that created it, and it's not readily available to everyone. Okay, on my website, if you go and take a look at the weekly compound interest calculator, right? If you take just $10, that's it, just $10, invest it 1% every single week, okay, for 1 year, okay, you're going to have $16.78. Okay, that's just $10, 1% a week. All right. Now, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that same $10 over a 10-year period. Okay? Now it's $1,766. The same $10. Okay? 20 years. See the difference between 10 years and 20 years? 20 years, it's $312,000. So if you even take, 1 or 2 cent premium on your covered calls, if your stock drops and you're selling 5 strikes out of the money, so if your price is here, you're selling way up here, you're collecting something. Something is always better than nothing, especially over the long term, because compound interest is freaking amazing. All right, let's get out of that. Back home. So that's everything at the moment. Hope you guys learned enough. Thank you so much for the information. I'm here every night until the end of the year. At the end of the year, I am going to change my schedule. I have very few spots left in the morning trading group. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off at a certain level, and we're getting very close to that level. So at that point, yeah, the lives are going to diminish rapidly. That being said, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader. Now, I also have one other website here. It's called The 10-Minute Trader. So I've been having issues with spammers and scammers on TikTok here. So every once in a while, I get in trouble by something someone else does. So I have a backup account, The 10-Minute Trader. So anyway, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you again tomorrow night. Those of you in my trading group, I'll see you in the morning. So we're out of here on Instagram. You guys have a great night. And TikTok, you guys are done here. And we are done here. And we are done here. So you guys have a great night. And now, and down here, we're going to end this one also.